Hi guys, I am making these really sparkly Christmas balls for our women's event at church, and I thought they turned out really cool, so I thought I'd share the process. This actually started as an accident because I had originally intended on using these glass ones that I got from Walmart, which are bigger than the ones that I actually ended up using, and they're glass, whereas mine are plastic. So this is what I originally wanted to do. I was going to fill these up with stuff, pertaining to church and that kind of thing. And, I'd take that off and I'd fill it up. So you can see the opening is pretty big. You can fit all kinds of stuff in there that can go through this opening. So I went online and I found a site called jet.com and I ordered these, which I thought would be relatively close to the same thing. The biggest difference is this is glass and this is plastic. And then the other difference I found that kind of messed up my plans was this tiny opening. You can see this opening is super small and this one is not. Probably double the size on this one, and I couldn't fit anything in that. So that was not very cool. I was kind of upset. However, I found a ton of pins on Pinterest that showed people putting glue and glitter and all kinds of stuff down in plastic or glass. This works for either one. Christmas balls, and they turned out super cool. So I'm really glad I went with that because these are just super shiny and sparkly and I love them. So what you'll need is you will need these, either glass or plastic Christmas balls. Like I said, I found these online on jet.com. I got 120 for less than 40 bucks, which is an amazing deal. So you need however many of those that you're going to use. You need floor polish, not floor cleaner. They asked on the pins, they said pledge, but I could never find that. So I'm using this Holloway House that I saw at Food Lion, and it's actually working really well. And you need it because it's sticky. I've heard other things like, I heard hairspray, and I heard somebody try glue, and I just don't see that one working because glue is really thick, and this stuff is not. It's actually very thin. And then you need extra fine glitter for the smaller ones because it needs to fit in this little tiny opening. The bigger opening you can use, the larger chunks of glitter, but for this tiny opening right here, I need the extra fine. And I got those at Walmart. The other thing you need is some kind of funnel to, put everything inside. So I found these again at Walmart, and I found them in a pack that had these little tiny vials of glitter. I think it came with like 6 vials of extra fine glitter. I got, I think 3 or 4. I got 3 because I have 3 funnels packs. And I ended up using this glitter. It's a little bit more holographic than the stuff that I had gotten originally, and it actually had a silver color, which I will have to go back and get because that silver color turned out really pretty. So there's that. And then you'll need these Dixie cups with my tiny ones because it just fits so much better than anything else. For a larger ornament, you might want something a little bit bigger, but I think even with these larger ones, it would fit just as well. A little Dixie cup, and oh yeah. So the Dixie cups are perfect because you have something to stand it on, and then when you're done, you're going to need to be able to dump it in there. So yeah, that works too. Okay, so that's what you'll need, and give me a sec and we will start the process. Okay, so here's the process. I have my little ball, it's sitting in my Dixie cup, and here is my funnel. Now you're going to have to designate which funnel is for what, because this one is for the floor polish and it gets really sticky. So I start out with putting my little funnel in there, and then taking the floor polish. This stuff comes out really fast, so you've got to be careful. And I fill the funnel all the way up. Can you even see that? I don't want to tip it. So with the little ones, you kind of have to give it some help. I just kind of tap the Christmas ball until everything is gone. ends up in a little pool like that. And I have something that I'm dipping excess into, and then something to kind of put that in. A little makeshift foil thing. So you take it and you kind of swirl it around. You need to get everything sticky so that the glitter can stick onto something. And I've got this wet thing that I'm kind of wiping my fingers on because this stuff gets horribly sticky, which is why it works so well. So you swirl it all around, you make sure it covers everything, and then you dump it into, I'm using, like I said, this tinfoil thing. It's actually a cupcake liner, tinfoil cupcake liner, because it won't really stay in a Dixie cup for very long. It kind of, I don't know if it eats it through it or whatever. So here's that. And then I have another funnel for the glitter. And I just stick that in there. And I have them all in their own little Dixie cups. This is my gold. Because I can squish the Dixie cup and, make it a little bit easier to pour into the funnel. Because if I poured it straight from the container, it wouldn't work. So I pour it into the funnel, and again, I have to help it. I've been using the end of a paintbrush to kind of force it through. You can use anything from a toothpick to anything that'll fit into the hole, but I've been using the end of this and just kind of getting it going in there. As you can see, it pours in really nicely and it sinks to the bottom. And you've got to work a little bit quickly because the floor polish gets sticky and it does it quickly. So just pour it in there. And then just like the floor polish, you kind of shake it around and it covers until it's opaque and you see nothing but glitter. So check all the sides, make sure it's all there. And as you can see on this one, it's all covered. I kind of clear that out because if I have excess, I just pour it back into the corresponding Dixie cup. And not all of it will come back out with the smaller ones. If you're using the bigger ones, you can get the rest out. So I do that, and then I put it upside down, this side facing down, into the Dixie cup, and I set it back over here with its friends. And that's the process. It's super easy. It's not really detailed at all. And you end up with something pretty cool for not a whole lot of money. I mean, if you're doing this just for you, for your tree, imagine putting all those on your tree. How pretty that would be. And then I started experimenting and mixing different glitters, red and the silver, kind of doing this two-tone thing. And that's the silver holographic I was talking about. It's really pretty. And that turns out so cool. And that process isn't that hard either. You just put the glitter in there, and watching where it goes, you kind of slowly turn it and try not to get it in every spot. And then you put the other color in and you do the same thing. And just turns out so cool. And there's another mixed one that I had done. And they turned out so nice. And, I mean, these I made, started a couple days ago, and they have stuck and stayed, and I mean, they're just gorgeous. I love them. So, that's how you do it. I'm sorry for the long video, but I thought I wanted to share since we're getting close to Christmas, and how much fun would this be with, your kids or, Girl Scouts or a group or whatever, and then just decorating a tree for, brand new ornaments for $40. It's pretty cool. I think in total I spent maybe another 10 on the supplies. So the Christmas balls I think were $36, and then all this stuff probably cost me another 10. I did get a few extra things because I thought I could do some paint. I'd seen some tutorials with acrylic paint, and that just failed miserably. So I'm actually kind of glad because I got all this out of it. So anyway, I thought I would share and show you what I've been working on because, isn't that what Christmas is all about? Sharing. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys get to work on this too, because it is actually kind of fun. You end up with all this glitter everywhere, and yeah. So anyway, I hope everybody has a good night, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.